Alright guys, Georgia will be taking on Gonzaga in the NCAA tournament Thursday. I thought I'd give an update on something that I wanted to talk about for the game. And as you'll see real quick, watching the Chris Lofton documentary, how do you not love Chris Lofton, former Tennessee Volunteer player? He fought through so much and is absolutely arguably their best player of all time. But let's get to Georgia real quick. I want to talk about this. I'm sure many people want to listen to the Georgia hometown radio in the NCAA tournament with Scott, Chuck, Adam, and Luke. I'm going to explain how this is going to work for the NCAA tournament. This also goes for my radio highlights as well in the on the videos, radio highlight videos. So, hold on. Alright, so what I was saying is, I want to talk about the radio, how this is going to work. So, the NCAA tournament is not like any other radio you can listen to. You can still listen to it on actual radio, AM or FM radio, but the stations are not allowed to stream the games on the radio, and the game will not be streamed anywhere on any website unless they accidentally leave it up. So, if you're looking to listen to the game on 955WSB.com or their website, or WRFC 960 The Ref website, you will not be able to listen to it because it is not able to be streamed on the websites. With that being said, the Varsity Network / Varsity app will stream the game with the radio. So if you want to listen to Scott, Chuck, Adam, and Luke in the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, you need to get the Varsity app and listen to it on the Varsity app. Very excited to get to hear Scott in the game call a NCAA tournament game. I've only heard the only Scott Howard call I've heard of an NCAA tournament is the 96-97 Chattanooga game, which obviously, unfortunately, Georgia lost. So, I am very excited to get to hear Scott and Chuck call a NCAA tournament game. This will be their second NCAA tournament game because they were the broadcast team in 2014-15, Georgia's last appearance. So, hopefully the first of many more for Scott and Chuck. So, if you are in the Atlanta area, 95.5 WSB. If you are in the Athens area, WRFC 960 The Ref. If you are in my area, WPH 92.1 and or Waco 100. I was trying to think if you're in the Statesboro area, I believe 106.1 to Borough maybe. I'm not exactly sure. You can find a whole list of their radio affiliates on GeorgiaDolls.com, but remember, like I said, AM or FM radio, an actual radio like that one in front of me, not stream stations. If they're streaming the game on the website, it's most likely going to be the Westwood One broadcast. Because they cannot stream Georgia's game. They might not be able to stream any at all, but they will be streaming. They cannot stream the Georgia broadcast. It will be 99% sure Westwood One, or you might get like an error if you're trying to listen to the game on a website. You might get like an error message, say something like, this broadcast isn't available, and then come back after the game's over or something like that. So. I don't know necessarily. Some stations will leave it open although they're not supposed to, but some will leave it on when they're not supposed to. So, I remember in 2019 listening to the Auburn NCAA tournament game on a station out of somewhere in Alabama, but Georgia this time, so the Dogs are in it, and I'll be able to listen to a Georgia game on the radio for an NCAA tournament game. So once again, you have to use either a real radio or listen to it. That's pretty much what I think I'm going to do, is use the Varsity app. It's way more easier. You're talking about 435, so I mean, where position my radio is, that might be kind of hard to pick up. But I hope to still do radio highlights of this game, because I'm going to try to do what I usually do, record it and then edit it. But once again, yes, if you want to hear the game with Scott Howard, Chuck Dowdle, Adam Gillespie, and Luke Nancardi for the Georgia radio broadcast, it will be streamed on the Varsity Network, and you need to have an actual radio, because it is not going to be streamed anywhere online but the Varsity Network. You need to have a radio so you could listen to it, and listen to it on actual FM or AM radio. I'm not sure for Sirius XM. I haven't really looked at that yet, but yes, so that's all I wanted to say. You want to listen to Georgia radio broadcast, you need a real radio. Stations are prohibited not to stream the game on the website. So I would recommend get the Varsity Network app, which is done by Learfield, or listen to it on the actual radio. But very happy I'll get to hear Scott and the gang, Scott, Chuck, Adam, and Luke call a NCAA tournament game. Georgia and Gonzaga Thursday. More to come of Georgia's basketball coverage against the Zags. So go Dogs.